It's Beer O'Clock on Reload Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Lyons Brewing Company in Caerphilly, Wales, and it's a bottle of their primary Brett Imperial Stout coming in at 9.5% ABV. There's a look at the label, black bottle cap. Let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. This is a 2-year aged bottle. I'm really looking forward to this. Here we go. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass then. I don't think I've ever had a Brett Imperial Stout. Oh, look at this. That looks really good. 1 to 2 finger tan coloured head. Jet black beer in the glass. There's a little bit of light bleeding through the bottom of the glass there. Generally black. Nice levels of carbonation rolling up the glass. Let's get the aroma. That is pretty bonkers. Wow. Just initial hit of like a wild fruit, like a wild blackberry. A mild blackberry with some licorice thrown in. That's the Brettanomyces. It's doing strange things mixed with that kind of Imperial Stout, that roasted malt coming through, your chocolate, your coffee, your caramel, your more bitter malts when you roast them. I have had a Brett Imperial Stout before. It was I remember now just by smelling this very one beer, or should I say, getting the aroma of this very such beer. That's the proper terminology, yeah. I had a beer from Birrificio Toccolmato in Italy once. It had a wax neck and a wax top on it. It had rope and it was just a fabulous looking bottle. That was a Brett Imperial Stout. And I remember it smelling exactly like this. I gotta dive into this. It smells bonkers. Here we go. Cheers. Yeah, that is that. Oh, wow! I gotta put that down. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows. What a wonderful beer! It's a mashed up. If you think you knew beer, if you've drunk like 4,000 beers like I have. If you're a beer sommelier or a beer judge or whatever you want to call yourself, yeah? Somebody who is well qualified in beer. Maybe a brewer who's been brewing beer for 30, 40 years. I challenge you to try this beer because it is like nothing else you have ever tried in your beer drinking life. I'm still pulling flavours now. There's just a bit of kind of like a tarry, black tar, licorice flavour on the back end. There was vanilla. Of course, there was that kind of sourness coming through from the Brett. It was just like, ah! And then you had the berries coming through, that blackberry flavour. The mouthfeel, for me, I was pouring the beer and I was thinking to myself, it looks quite thin for an Imperial Stout. But it's surprisingly well bodied. There's a nice body to the beer. It's like a weird... The initial flavour for me is like a turbocharged Dr. Pepper or a turbocharged cherry Coke. There's just some Some cherry and blackberry flavours just bursting on the front of the palate. It's spicy. It's why I love beer. It's why I love beer as much as I do, because you do not know what's coming from one week to the next. I've had marshmallow Imperial Stouts. I've had cacao nib Imperial Stouts. I brewed a mint chocolate Imperial Stout myself. I've had all sorts of different styles of Imperial Stouts, and I thought I'd had them all. And again, this is why I love beer. Because somewhere in the world, somebody's doing wacky stuff. I nearly swore, but I never swear on the channel. Wacky, you know what I'm gonna say, or in my mind, yeah. Somebody's doing some wacky stuff with beer, and this wacky stuff just so happens to be in my glass today from Caerphilly in Wales. Now I know Tom Newman. I know him. I've done a few weeks' work for him. He's a lovely guy. I go as far as call him a friend, to be honest. We've been out drinking together. We've been to London together. Stayed in a dodgy kind of bed sit after drinking all day, and then we turned up for a judging competition like in the afternoon. We turned up. It started in the morning, and we turned up in the afternoon. We're here to judge, and they were like, "We finished." We've been out all day. Yeah, I've had some good fun with Tom, and I can imagine his thinking with this beer. I can imagine him thinking, I've had this style of Imperial Stout. What can I do different? What can I do different to a Russian Imperial Stout? And he's gone and like whacked a load of kind of Brett in there, and it's almost kind of bent my mind round in terms of how it's flipped everything. You know, Stranger Things. You know the upside down in Stranger Things. This is the upside down from Stranger Things. It's like turned everything on its head. Let's rate it. Even now, it's completely bonkers beer. Absolutely incredible. Primary Brett Imperial Stout by Lyons Brewing Company, Caerphilly, Wales, 9.5% ABV. I like that enough to give it a 9 out of 10. It's a stone that grows, 9 out of 10. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! And cheers.